I love you. Brother Love with the model Rick Martel and Jake the Snake Roberts. He sprayed something into his eyes. Now they're bandaging up Jake the Snake. We'll get on to my relationship with Jake the Snake, but you're here live to tape for the retro review with It's me, it's the GOC. Here in Chaos Corner, we're in the lounge. We are doing 1991 WrestleMania 7, seeing that it's apropos that in less than a week, WrestleMania 38 will be live here in 2022. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you think. Go back and view the previous segments here that we were doing for this retro review. Follow me on all social media platforms. On Twitter in real time, it's at Big Daddy GOC, and the GOC stands for the Guardian of Chaos. On Instagram, it's the Guardian of Chaos. On Facebook, it's at J Brony. Yes, J Brony. And Prodigio Fidelis El Guardian. Of course, Guardian of Chaos. Here on the mothership, the YouTube channel. Follow me on Rumble, on Gab, on Gitter, on Parlor. I cover it all in the IWC. So I want to thank you for that. What we're trying to do here is give you the different segments. We have Going Back to the Future of 1991. Let that sink in. I was 27 years old at the time. 1991. It's at the LA Sports Complex. It was supposed to be at the Coliseum, but that was 100,000. They had 16,000 here, but the crowd was hot. It popped. The significance of WrestleMania 7 in 91, the Undertaker's debut at WrestleMania that started the streak, the Iraqi Desert Storm Gulf War scenario between Sergeant Slaughter and Hulk Hogan, Macho Man and the Ultimate Warrior in the retirement match, the last tag team match together of the Hart Foundation. A lot of stuff went down. 15 matches at WrestleMania 7. Jake the Snake. Let's see if we could hear it.
A man only has 5 senses. A snake, he has 6. We always do it better in the dark.
Cocoa Beach. The model, Rick Martel. He was in great shape, Martel. Fantastic athlete. Say what you want about the model. He certainly was a hell of an athlete. And Jake, there was none better. My relationship with Jake, I worked with him several times as an opponent. He teamed up with Yokozuna, the legendary 2-time WWF champion. And there's the Fink, Howard Finkel. Nothing like hearing Finkel. And here comes Jake with the Snake, Damien at the time. Let me lower this distraction here for a little bit. We'll get some of the commentary. It's Gorilla and Bobby Heenan on the commentary. And this right here is a blindfold match. You remember, that's another significant storyline. That's why I'm covering this. We just came out of the Hart Foundation losing the WWF titles to the Nasty Boys, and we know what happened after that. Brett went solo. Anvil hooked up with Owen Hart and became the New Hart Foundation. This right here is the blindfold match between the model and Jake the Snake. Innovative for the time, although the story's been told in the past. I can't thank you guys enough for being here. Los Angeles Sports Arena, 1991, WrestleMania 7. Now, Danny Davis is the referee for this bout. He's putting the black mask, full mask covering on Martel and Jake the Snake. Now, there's 2 referees. Both got the model's wearing the purple trunks. Jake is kneeling in the corner, and they're wearing full masks. If you would, not a mask where you can breathe, but a hood tied around, a black hood. Yes, I know. It's the shirts. They're 4 and 5X. I was 330 pounds. I'm 225 now. Volanino's gym, though. Now, look. They're both looking around for each other. Jake and the model going around the ring. One's this way, one's that way. Reaching out like this. Imagine being blind with the hood on in a wrestling match. Listen to the crowd. They're literally within a foot of each other. Jake, like a snake, slithering along the side of the ring as I try to... The model's freaked out like he had 15 cups of coffee, reaching around. Now the model's on his knees and Jake is along the ropes. Danny Davis is milling about. Jake is pointing. You remember this in 91. If not, go back and watch it on the network. It was interesting for its time. Now look, Jake is chasing the model. They're going around on the apron. Now Martel's backs up, backflip over the old schoolboy there. Here's the count. 1, 2. Like as if you were pulling up behind someone and someone was standing behind you. You pushed them over. Now the model has found the snake. He's on top of him, laying some lefts. Now they're actually going to toss each other to the ropes. Jake sidestepped the model. And the model's, now you know they could see, right? I don't have to do kayfabe. Come on. You know they could see. Go back and do your research. I'm covering this as entertainment for you guys for the time because I like to give back and what this meant in the world of pro wrestling. The patriotism and seeing where we are in 2022 and the Gulf War and what's going on now. I mean, just Heenan and Gorilla together were unbelievable. And now they're still walking around the ring in the middle of the apron, reaching out, looking around. Now they're back to back. They realize it. They both go opposite side ropes. Now Jake, he's perfect for being on the ground, right? On the apron, slithering like he did his whole career. Jake was at his pinnacle in this era, this time. As I said before, my connection. Not only we hung out, restaurants, hotels, bars, different places, the handful of times we worked together. Just saw him back in 2019 with the Professor Rick Del Santo from PWZ Podcast. We saw him in Hamden at the Space. A good one-man show, Jake the Snake. Met his daughter, and we watched the video of Yoko and Jake against with myself and Julio and the Anvil, and where he threw the snake on me. Now the model picks up Jake and got a body slam after they collided. That's, I think, the first move. It goes for the elbow drop, and he misses. There's nobody there. Jake's already been up, and he's in the corner. This was entertaining for what it was. I mean, it just was. Different. I get it. It's corny. Now people would shit all over it. I say stuff about it. I get it. So it was good to run into Jake and back to that story as we watched the blindfold match here at WrestleMania 7, 1991. Retro review, WrestleMania 38's coming up. Lesnar and Reigns. What do you think? Stone Cold and KO? Is it going to be a match? I don't know. A lot going on in the wrestling world and the wrestling business. AEW bought Ring of Honor. Now look, Martel's got Danny Davis in the corner as Jake's rolling around on the canvas. Not a lot of action in here, but this is emotional investment, storytelling, psychology. I don't know what anyone else thinks about this concept. I enjoyed it then. I enjoy it now. That's why I picked this out, the significance of WrestleMania 7. Not the best WrestleMania. That's not what I'm saying. I'm going to premiere this. Leave a comment. Let's see who's watching. We're almost 10 minutes in here. Almost 10 minutes. The models around. Again, both wearing the hoods. The models around on the canvas. Jake is sitting in the middle of the ropes. Just sitting there. Clapping. Full of Ninos. Who's a GH fan? Come on, Sonny, Jason. Jake's coming up behind the model. He got him. Got him in a waist lock. They're in the ropes. Tied up. Now, there hasn't been a lot of interaction in this. There's a lot of going around in the ring, storytelling. You have to play this the right way. The fans are eating it up. Now, go back and listen to Meltzer. I don't know what he said about piped-in crowd noise. I don't know anything about that in 91. All the different tickets. 16,000, supposedly only 10 or 11,000 were sold. I don't get into that. I go by what I hear, by what I see, the eye test, independent critical thinking. It's what you get here. Unique, unedited, one man. No one else is doing this in the IWC. Now the model is reaching around in the corner and he's coming upon the bag with Damien. He realizes it and he sells it good. Falls back right there next to Jake Roberts. They're almost on top of each other again. That was good. Martel went to get the bag. Now Martel's back on his feet. Jake's still on the canvas. Damien is in the corner. And my good friend Mario Mancini also felt the wrath of Damien from Jake the Snake. That's what we have in common, Mario and I, among other things. We both had the snake thrown on us by Jake the Snake. Wait, does that sound right? Jake's snake, and we took it. Let me keep this PG-13 or whatever. Then my demographics are huge. I'm big in India, the UK, across the pond. Jake finally a side headlock into the ropes. Martel with a shoulder block, and Jake sells it and goes out of the ring. Now think about the danger in that. Taking that shoulder block quick like that, you do have the hood, whether you can see or not, and he takes the bump through the middle of the ropes, lands outside. One wrong move. Look what happened with Big E. Okay, taking it on the outside of the ring. Broke his neck. Speedy recovery, we'll hope. Now Martel's out there. He's got a chair. Whether they could see or not, it's cumbersome, even if you're a luchador. Now the model's outside. He's got the folding chair. He can't see. Jake has, meanwhile, slithered back inside the ring. And he just swung the chair and he hit the ring post with the model. He really was a kind of a pansy. Good shape. Hey, listen, he's in good shape. He played that the bougie mentality and all that. You know that, right? You know, thinking who he was, a blue blood, whatever. Now the model's back in the ring, and he's got Jake up in a big backbreaker. No, you can't take the hood off, Brain. Rest in peace, Bobby. Now he's got a Boston Crab on Jake Roberts. Davis is right there. He kicks out of it, Jake Roberts. Good. Now, when they get together for the concept of the match, now remember, the emotional investment, the ring psychology, the story they're telling here, the feud that was leading up to this. It was on WWF Superstars, if you remember, and go back to the feud of Jake. He finds some DDT out of nowhere. Jake drops it on the model. You'd think I would have never seen this before, right? I've seen it like a dozen times. Maybe more. Jake is feeling around. He's got him. He's on top of the model. Here it is. There it is. 3 count. Interesting match. Go back and check it out. The psychology, the story. Let's listen to the Fink. Jake the Snake Roberts. The mask is off. The hood is off. Jake over the model in a blindfold match. Good for the time. Good for the era. Entertaining bout. WrestleMania 7. Retro review with the Guardian of Chaos. Chaos Corner. We're coming back. Don't go anywhere. We're going to premiere them all. Stay here. Leave a comment. Let's go. How sweet it is, Gorilla said. I'll try to get a shirt that fits. I don't know what to tell you. It's not even lunchtime yet. Thanks for being here. Hey, Professor, man, leave a comment.